Section 3. Turn your Raspberry Pi Zero into a hidden spy camera. In this section, we will embed a tiny secret camera into a teddy bear and stream it over the internet with the help of Motion iOS for those type of missions that require video proofs. Parts needed. In this video, we will go through the parts and tools needed in order to complete our secret camera. I will integrate this project into a teddy bear. You feel free to do it in whatever you want. You can choose containers or even a jacket. If you go the way I went, we need a teddy bear that can fit all our components and has small black eyes in order to hide our small camera. Speaking of which, we will use this minimal camera for the Pi Zero. It's a 5 megapixel sensor that will fit perfectly in our eye cutout, and it has 120 degrees viewing angle. You can find it in more variations, like a night mode or with a 160 degrees viewing angle and variable focus. For this project, we will go with a Pi Zero. As not having so much space, we will go with Raspberry Pi Zero W. This will have Wi-Fi capabilities without a dongle and is small enough for our needs. Along with our Pi, we will need an SD card. You can go with what capacity you want. Just think that you might want to store the files locally on the device. In that case, you will need a bigger capacity SD card. To not keep our Pi freely inside the case, we will house it in a small candy container. This will keep the stuffing from the inside of our teddy bear away from our Pi, taking out the risk of overheating. To bring power to the Pi, we will need a short micro USB to USB cable that will fit inside the bear. To make sure we are able to power on and off the Pi, we have to install a switch. I went with this 3-position power switch, but you can go with whatever you like. For our power supply, we will use a 10,000 mAh battery. Make sure you find one that is small enough to fit inside. If you plan to do it in a jacket or in a smaller container, go with a battery that is the perfect size for your use. In order to cut the bear open, I will use a craft knife. This gives me a more precise cut and the possibility to change the blades whenever it gets dull. But these are quite dangerous, and make sure you always cut away from your body or hands. And change the blade at every project. Nothing is more dangerous than a dull blade. With that in mind, you can also go with a pair of scissors. To close the bear down, we will use some sewing needle and some yarn. The color doesn't matter that much here, as the fluff of the bear will make the stitching invisible. To fix our camera in place, we will use some hot glue. Here, you can use any type of glue. The hot one is not necessary. And finally a clamp to cut the wires and strip some of the connectors.